Hi, I'm Daniel.
And I'm Annette.
And this is our Chase for Adventure
on Railay Beach.
Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do? No, you couldn't stand tall. So why didn't you call? Looks like you're changing and all.
Oh, what has happened?
We have literally crossed the street to hop onto the boat so that way we can go ahead and make our way to Tonsai.
Sometimes the boats are like super rough, like you'll be sitting there waiting for like an hour, and then 4 people show up and it's like, oh, we're going right now. Stop what you're doing.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll be able to make this boat without getting a bunch of water all over us like last time. We'll go from there.
Or feel like it's gonna crash because there's a crack in the boat and then water's pouring in.
That actually happened.
But we'll see how it goes.
We made it on the boat. Now it's fine.
Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air.
Go.
So something that nobody ever tells you from when you're getting off the Longtail boat, you're actually landing in the water. So don't wear pants, wear shoes you don't get by getting ruined, or chacos or flip-flops. And I hope you like swimming, you know? Welcome to Thailand.
Now it's time for us to make our way through the side of the limestone cliff so that we can get to Tonsai and figure out where we're staying for the night. We're actually trying something a little different where we don't necessarily have everything planned out, which apparently works down here in Southeast Asia in certain places. So we were like, why not give it a shot? I'm pretty nerve-wracking, but we'll figure out where we're staying when we get there.
We just went through the jungle hike. I'm super duper sweating because it was so hot and so much harder than I remember. We just got a bungalow in Tonsai for 3 days. It cost us 900 baht, which isn't bad in comparison to what we were paying in Krabi. It was very similar, actually less.
Yeah.
And we get a private room.
Yay!
And now you guys get to see your bungalow in the middle of the jungle.
See, you can watch monkeys.
You can see monkeys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Electricity starts from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
So we got to the bungalow. The bungalow is pretty cool. It's small and really only has like space enough for like a full-size bed, and then it has like a mosquito net like all around. And then the bathroom was actually really spacious. One thing that might turn some people off is the fact that there isn't like a real flushing mechanism. A lot of the toilets here in Thailand have like this bucket system where you actually have to fill a bucket and then throw it into the toilet so that you can flush.
Like you're the one creating the pressure. So how hard you splash that water at the toilet and whatever's in the toilet is how fast it's gonna go down.
Yeah. And so that's a little strange, but outside of that, I mean, it's really pretty. It's in the middle of the jungle. There's no AC, but it's pretty chill, surprisingly, here on the island, which usually Thai islands, you want to like melt your skin off. But it was really nice. And now, I don't know, we're gonna do some exploring and say hi to some friends.
So some guys are actually walking across a very low tightrope, but they entice us to come over and try, so we are gonna see if we can do it, make sure that we don't bust our ass in the process. All right, Nick giving it a go.
Yoga, come on. No. Maybe if I start. Worth a shot. Didn't work out. Guys, staying in this bungalow has been quite the experience. There's like that mosquito net that you were seeing. It's comical, but man, are we so grateful. Because it's definitely there for a reason. And it's not the mosquitoes. It's the giant cockroaches that just like make themselves at home inside of the bungalow. In your stuff. In the bathroom. On the ceiling. Through the floor. The floorboards are like cracked. It's like a cabin, but a lot less cabiny. And then the cockroaches literally will just come through the floor and just make themselves at home. Also, the lights on Tonsai turn off at 6 a.m. and don't turn back on until 6 p.m. So God forbid that you forget to charge your laptop when you need to work, because then you have no power.
And sorry we dropped off a little bit with the very first day we were here. It was kind of a crapshoot. We literally forgot one of the bags on the island, but couldn't go back that night to get it. So we didn't have all of our stuff to record. Then the next day when we finally had all of our stuff to record, because I went back to the mainland to get the bag, when I came back we got trapped on the other side of the island.
Because it was high tide.
Because it was high tide, but it was like a high tide that instead of lasting 2 hours like it did every day we visited, it lasted like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So that was when we just kind of snuck into a hotel pool and hung out and mooshed off their Wi-Fi.
Yeah, literally, and that's what we did. And so now we're here. Today, we're actually hopefully going to be able to do some exploring. We ended up canceling our last night in the bungalow, and we're going to go to East Railay to hopefully a less buggy bungalow.
So before we start the hour hike to East Railay, we're going to actually go ahead and grab some food because there's a delicious place that is located literally right outside our bungalow.
Yeah, it's the place that we ate the first time we were here on Tonsai. There's monkeys all the way over there. We've literally just been sitting here watching them play. Oh, that's good. It smells great.
Yeah.
Aroy.
Aroy, yeah.
Now that we've had that really delicious food, we are gonna go and try and beat the high tide over to Railay and start our hike.
We finally made it to the other side.
Yay!
That was a little more difficult than I remember, but it was also the first time that we've had all of our stuff since we forgot main bag with all of our clothes and toiletries in it the very first day.
Yeah, but now we're on Railay, but now we need to find where the walkway is.
Yeah.
But I think it's that direction.
I think it's actually part of a hotel. The hotel that we actually crashed the pool at.
We should just stay there today. I'm tired. We've been lugging our stuff through the hike. We're in Railay, beautiful mountains. The sun is out, it's really bright. There isn't a cloud in the sky, which I know I'm gonna love the moment I have my bathing suit on and we're able to start exploring. But right now we've made it to the Railay Village Resort. There's like the passageway to Railay East on this side. So we're going to go ahead and get started. On the first day that we got to Tonsai, it was actually one of the most beautiful days here, which it was kind of lame that we had left all of our equipment in that first bag. But something that really was wonderful that came out of that was Daniel and I were able to go on like a date, like a real date, no cameras, just the two of us. And it was incredible.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, the ocean had receded almost completely, about 1 kilometer down, so like half a mile, and exposed all of the coral reefs that were under the water in Tonsai. And so you have like the dramatic cliffside, the sun is setting on the coral, and then you have like these little pockets of water that are like little lagoons almost, and you could see all of the coral reef life in it. So you were able to see crabs, you were able to see the little fish, the sea urchins, eels. That was wonderful. And then we just kind of sat there next to the coral reef with the cliff behind us and watched the most beautiful sunset. It lit up the sky, guys. It was the pinks, the oranges, and then it got dark and started casting this beautiful shadow on the coral reef. And then we noticed that the tide doesn't come into the water like you would think it would. Like it doesn't just like push itself forward. It actually comes from underground. So the reefs were filling up with water again, but it was filling up from beneath. And so it was just so cool to experience. After that, we went to go have dinner on a resort that was like literally on the sand, and it cost us $6. I ate pineapple fried rice out of a real pineapple.
That was cool.
Yeah. And then the night got even better. We were watching the waves come right back to the shore after being receded, and then the stars got all lit up, and so did the sea. So Tonsai is known for having bioluminescent plankton, and off in the distance you would see the waves crash into the water and it would just illuminate that entire section in this bright neon blue. And then you would look up to the cliff that now is lit up and it has bats flying around it. It was just such a beautiful experience. Really bad day to leave the camera equipment at home, but a really wonderful day to like strengthen our marriage and spend time together as a couple.
So we have finally made it to the resort. This place is extremely beautiful, and for $3 more than what we were paying for the bungalow back on Tonsai, this is totally worth it. Right now we actually have to wait about 45 minutes until we can check into our room, so they're gonna hold our bags, we're gonna hang out at the pool, and then as soon as we are able to drop our bags off in the room, we are gonna start exploring.